Okay, so this time we have translation, right? We have reflection, quite a lot of stuff here now. Vertical expand, we got reflection, we got translation, right? Okay, we should be done with the story form by now, right? Okay, Jenny, what's your story form look like?
Y over 4, negative 4
Y over
equals
-4.
x minus 4. What? Negative x minus 4?
So negative like that.
Yep.
And how about underneath? Anything?
Nothing, I think.
Okay.
Oh, and then it's y plus 1 as well.
Y plus 1. Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, okay, over here, nothing. I'll put 1 for now. Okay. All right. Anything else? Anyone else got something different here for the story form? Eric, what do you have for the story form? Eric?
I have. Let me check. Y minus 1 over 4 equals f of x, and then plus 4, and then over -1.
Okay, so first thing, let's look at the first one, right? The part, right? Because in order to be a story form, it has a certain rule. In front of the variable, it has to be clean, right? Nothing should be in front of the y, nothing should be in front of the x. So for this one, there's still, right, a negative there. So that's not the story form that we want, okay? Other than that, the form looks fine, okay? Now we need to see if it's the correct form, okay, for these two. So if we go over slowly, right, one by one. Okay, we'll move that over to the side. Okay, so the first part, we're just adding the ingredient one by one, right? Vertical expand by 4. So vertical is with a y, right? So we put a 4 under the y. Okay, I think everyone got that, right? Both of you have the 4, but one is positive, one is negative. Next thing, it has a reflection in the x and y axis. So you need to have negative in both sides, right? So you have a negative on the y side, reflect over x. Negative on the x side, will reflect over y. Okay? And then after that, we have a horizontal translation of -4. Right? Horizontal means with the x, right? -4 means you move it to the left 4. So left 4, you should do +4. Okay? And then vertical translation means going up and down. This is a positive 1, so it goes up. Up 1. Up will be subtract. Okay? Moving up should be subtract 1. Now there's nothing else going under the x, so we can just put the 1 there. Okay, there's no horizontal expansion or compression. Okay, so compare your story form with yours. Okay, if there's any mistake, correct that first. Okay, and then write out a new function. Okay, once you got the new function, please raise your hand. We'll check that one. Okay, Evan, what's your function look like?
I have y equals -4f bracket -x plus 4 plus 1.
Okay, anyone else got different? No.
Jason,
Yes.
I got y equals -4f and then bracket -x minus 4 bracket plus 1.
Okay, -4f. Sorry, it's lacking a bit. Okay, -x minus 4. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so should it be -4 or +4 there? Okay, raise your hand when you finished. Okay, Lily, what do you think? Do you agree with any of them or you have a different?
I got -4.
Okay, you have -4. Okay, so let's move it over, okay, slowly. I think the y side is pretty easy to move, right? The -4 this goes up, right? So times -4 -1 goes over, right? So it'll be +1. So that part everybody got it right. So move that over first. +1. Okay. And then I'll move this to the side. Okay, so the next part that we want to move is the -1. Okay, there's a -1 underneath. So first thing, you can put it on the side, right? Move it up, because -1 you don't need to flip. No matter how you flip, it still stay the same. You can move it up, move it down, it's still -1, okay? No flipping required. So you can see that there's a bracket now. So that -1 is affecting both of them. Okay? So remember, if there's a number in front of it, you need to factor. So instead of factoring, we are expanding. So now you put a -4. The -1 you need to go in now. Make it -1x, or you can just write -x. And then +4 will become -4. Okay, so the correct answer should be -4. Okay, so you can see that if we start with the final answer here, there's a negative in front. So you would need to factor out, right? Factor the negative and then put it under. So if you're going rewind, you need to multiply back in, okay? So be careful here. Okay, we have one last question. So this one, I'll let you guys carry all the way through, okay? We won't check the story form. So finish the question D and raise your hand. Philip, what is your answer?
For story form, right?
No, final answer.
Oh, final.
Yeah.
Y is equal to 12 function of negative 10x plus 8, then bracket negative 2.
Okay. Anyone else has different answer here? Okay, Angela, what do you have?
Uh, I got I got the same thing except in the bracket I did
Mhm.
negative 10 and then bracket x minus 4/5.
X minus 4 or 5, like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So everything else the same?
Yeah.
So do you think that your answer will become the bottom one?
Yeah, but like if you multiply it by sorry, but if you like multiply it in and then you try to make it the original one, like
Yeah.
won't it be different if you factor it out again?
What do you mean? Can you say that again?
Like if you multiply the negative 10 into the x
Inside
into
the bracket?
minus 4/5. When you
Yeah.
factor out, like on the bottom one, when you factor out, once you factor out like a 2 instead of negative 10.
Or you will still not factor out the negative 10 because you want to keep the x alone when you try to get the story form.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and I just got the bottom one.
Yeah, okay. Because you want to make sure your story form, the x has no number in front of it, okay, except 1. So even though the GCF, right, I think you're thinking about common factor is 2, but you don't just take out 2. You will take out whatever that you see in front of x. Even if it's a fraction, you still factor out the fraction. Okay, let's go over the story form then, okay? So Jenny, what's your story form?
I'm not sure if it's right, but I have y minus 2 over 12 equals x minus 1 over, no, wait, sorry. Y over negative 1 over 10
Oh, no,
plus
so
4 over 5.
x, and then what do
Oh,
I put at the
x plus 4 over 5
bottom?
over negative 1 over 10.
Okay. So now for this part, can you tell me why you think is minus 2 on the y side? Why minus 2?
It says vertical translation of minus 2 units.
Okay, if it's vertical translation minus 2 unit, it means which way?
Down 2 units.
Yeah, it will mean down 2. So if we want to have down 2 from the story form, it should be y what?
I'm not sure.
Well, look at the summary we had before, right? If it's down, would it be add or subtract?
Subtract.
Okay, let me show you where the notes is, okay? Go to page 22.
Okay.
Yep. Take a look at page 22 at the bottom. Right, we wrote the summary there. If it's adding, what does it represent?
It's left or down.
Yeah, left or
Oh,
down
so
will be right and up.
sorry.
So if it's subtracting, what would it be?
If it's subtracting, it would be up.
Yeah. So here we want to make it go down 2, right? So it should be,
It should be adding.
yeah, so it should be y plus 2, okay?
Okay.
And then what about the x plus 4 over 5? Where does that come from?
Horizontal translation of 4 over 5.
So this means which way are we moving?
We're moving to the left.
Is that positive or negative 4/5?
It should be negative.
I mean, in the question, right? In the
Oh,
question here,
it's positive. Yeah.
positive 4/5, it tells you to move which way?
Left.
No, to the right side. Positive is going to the right. We're talking about positive, negative sign, not add and subtract. That's different things.
Okay.
Okay, there's a positive number, it means moving to the right.
Uh-huh.
In the story form, we think about add and subtract.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I want to have moving to the right 4/5, it should be x, add or subtract.
Subtract.
So you should change that to subtraction. Okay, very confusing. Okay, in the story form, we use different word. We say add and subtract. But when you describe the story, you just use positive number or negative numbers. And then you move things over, right? The 12 goes over, plus 2 goes over, that part is fine. And then the negative 10, okay? The harder part is moving the negative 10 up. You need to flip, okay? So it become your first answer there. And then you expand, you need to expand the number in, okay? Don't leave your answer like that. Multiply the negative 10 inside, then you get your final answer, okay? So remember, your final answer don't have the double brackets, okay? So if there's another bracket inside, make sure you multiply in, okay? Expand. All right, so if you have any questions about homework or the notes here, okay, you can ask me during the break. We'll take a break for about 10 minutes. All right, and then we'll start at 11:15.